Hi everybody, Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors. And today's tip, we're veering off of the contracts a little bit. Today's tip has to do with professional communication within the realm of real estate. I guess it could be taken generally, but just a couple of reminders for you as an agent regarding your communication with your co-op agents, with your clients, with your customers, with all the other people involved in a real estate transaction, the closing attorney, the lender, the inspector, the appraiser, anybody, the other brokers, your own broker, anybody and everything that has to do with your professional communication. So I have a short list that I want to cover. First of all, when you are sending an email, please make sure to use a professional signature. So have your name, and then under that, have your title. For example, Dana Sparks, qualifying broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, or Dana Sparks, Realtor, if you're a realtor, or Dana Sparks, real estate professional, Maximum One Realty Greater Atlanta. Have your name and then the label for your profession, the company that you work with, and then your email address and your phone number. There are a lot of times that I get emails from agents asking me to call them, but they never include their phone number on an email. So it's a little bit difficult for me to call you if I don't have your phone number. Now, there are ways I could perhaps get your phone number. I could look it up in the roster or so forth and so on. But help me help you by providing me with all the contact information that it is regarding, as well as identifying yourself as an agent and with what company. The second thing is when you are speaking with someone or leaving a voicemail message and you have to leave your phone number. You know your phone number by heart. You have said that number countless times, but somebody with whom you are communicating does not know your phone number. So please speak your phone number very slowly and say it twice. For example, instead of saying, "Hi, Dana Sparks, Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors. Please call me back, 770-919-8825, extension 302. That's really, I know that number because I say it repeatedly. That's really too fast for a listener of a phone message to even be able to write it down. So you want to say it, pretend like you are writing it down. 770-919-8825, extension 302. Then you're going to repeat it, and on the second time you can say it a little bit faster. So say it very slowly at first so someone can write it down or electronically put it in their phone, and then repeat it again and you can say it a little bit faster the second time. The third issue is when you are leaving a message or sending an email requesting someone to return your call or return your email, leave the nature of the call. Don't just say, "Hi, it's Dana. I need for you to call me back," or "Will you please call me back?" Well, I will call you back, but if I don't know what it's concerning, I want to be able to be in a position to assist you with whatever it is you're reaching out to me for. If I have no idea what it is, you're going to get a call back or a return email, especially a call back, a lot quicker if you leave me a message, "Hi, this is so-and-so. Please call me back. I need your advice," or "I have a question about da-da-da-da-da-da-da," or "This call is concerning whatever it is. This call is concerning a question I have regarding a counter offer on the property 123 Lucky Street," or "This call is concerning, I don't understand how the time limits work for due diligence or how you count the number of days," or "This call is concerning, can I list a property for sale and for rent simultaneously." Leave me the nature, when you're speaking with anybody in business communication, leave the nature of the issue that you want to discuss with them, and that will prompt, number one, a faster return call, Number two, the information that you need and that the person can help you with. And perhaps that communication can be handled with an email back to you rather than a phone call to you. The next issue is we are so used to text messages nowadays. And if you call someone and their voicemail doesn't pick up and you change your mind and decide to text them rather than leave them a voicemail, ring, 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 they don't pick up, you hang up, then the person gets a hang up on their phone and they don't know what that call was about. So if you call someone and they don't pick up, go ahead and wait until their voicemail picks up and leave them a message. And the message can be the nature of your call, or the message can be, hey, I'm going to send you an email about what I was calling you about, or when you get a chance, call me back. I need to talk to you about whatever the topic is. The next issue, number 5, if you do have a phone conversation with someone and you need to make sure that all parties are on the same page and that your communication is understood, you need to follow up that phone call with an email. There's no way of proving the nature of a conversation on a phone call. That if the communication breaks down, that turns into a quote unquote he said, she said, and there's no necessary way of proving that. And it's also difficult to know how somebody received the communication and what they took out of that communication. So if you do have a conversation with someone, whether it be your client, co-op agent, anybody, it really doesn't matter. And again, if there were some interesting or important things discussed in that phone call, I strongly suggest in a professional setting that you follow up with an email. And the email would just say, this is just a follow-up of our phone call of 10/9/19 at approximately 11 a.m. The nature of our conversation was this, 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 and this. If you understood anything differently, please email me back. If not, then we're all on the same page regarding the phone call. Thank you so much. And then sign it. The next issue with professional communication, number 6, is identify yourself. So if you are sending an email, leaving a phone call, sending a text message, make sure to identify yourself. Somebody might not have your phone number in their phone, so they're just going to get a phone number that shows up and it's not attached to a contact. There are so many of those robocalls nowadays, and those robocalls, the phone number imitates something that looks familiar. So make sure to don't just assume that somebody has your number stored in their phone, even if you have called them before. So you're going to want to call, especially if, again, on a phone call, on an email, again, just identify yourself, your professional position, who you're representing, and the topic that it is that you want to call. So for example, if I'm sending an email regarding a specific transaction to a co-op agent, well, that co-op agent may have more than one transaction going on. So if your email subject line is, let's just say it's amendment number 1. Well, if I have more than one transaction going on, amendment number 1 to which transaction? So in the subject line of your email, you're going to do 123 Lucky Street, amendment number 1, or 123 Lucky Street, whatever it is. But you want to identify the specific transaction or topic that you are trying to communicate with that person about. The next item is, if you are if you are in business, emailing a document to someone. For example, let's say you're emailing an offer or a counter offer or an amendment or a termination to your co-op agent. Send the email and then follow up with them with a phone call or a text message indicating that you just sent them an email document. There are a lot of issues with email servers, email clients, so forth and so on. And you might email a document and the co-op agent or your own client or customer or the closing attorney or the lender may never have received that document. It may have gone to their spam file. It may have gotten held up. They might be having email issues. So again, if you email, for example, an offer, a termination, a counter offer, do a quick follow-up. Say, hi, this is Dana Sparks, broker with Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors. Just wanted to let you know I just emailed you that counter offer. If you don't get it, let me know. Look forward to working with you. Thank you so much. My phone number is 770-919-8825, extension 302. Again, 770-919-8825, extension 302. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. The other thing, and this is one of my professional pet peeves with texting, is if you are going to text in a professional context, and again, this topic does meet with some other points of view, especially when you are interacting with people that are more familiar and very much more comfortable with texting. But if you are interacting with a co-op agent, a lender, or closing attorney, you only want to text in that last situation I gave you. If you've emailed a document or emailed a concern or something, you might want to send a text saying, hey, I just emailed you a document. Check your email to make sure you received the offer. But you do not want to negotiate by text message. My understanding is that will not hold up in the Georgia courts because texting is done through a phone and therefore it is not considered written communication. You absolutely do not want to negotiate with your clients and customers by text for a variety of reasons. The other reason is a text message can be misinterpreted. Your intent can come across, can be understood very differently. So again, you don't really want to text. Sometimes you're going to text about, is a property available? Or again, a quick text follow-up, hey, I just emailed you a document, please check your email. Or the inspector is coming out tomorrow between 9 and 10 a.m. or something along those lines. But the majority of your interaction regarding a transaction, you really do not want to manage by text for a variety of reasons. Misinterpretation is not considered in writing, and there's no record of it. And just because you print out a transcript of the text message, that does not make that communication in writing. And lastly is be very careful when you are interacting with, especially your clients and your customers, and even with your co-op agents. Be careful of using contextual or business-related lingo. For example, I hear a lot of agents referring to the ABAD. What's the ABAD? I sent the ABAD. I need you to sign it. Well, what on earth is an ABAD? Well, what they're referring to is an affiliated business disclosure, ABD, I guess, or something along the lines of, hey, I'm doing a CMA, or you don't want to use lingo that you may be familiar with within the context of your profession, in this instance, real estate, because that might not be readily understood by the other party, and the other party doesn't want to feel like, gosh, I should know what that is. I don't want to ask because I don't want to look stupid. So they'll say, okay, and they're wondering, what on earth is a CMA? So you would want to say, hey, I'm going to email you what we call a comparative market analysis, CMA for short, and that shows how your property compares right now to other properties that have been on the market, that are currently on the market now, and that have sold recently. So I'm going to email you this information. Again, if you hear me use the word CMA, it does stand for comparative market analysis or comparable market analysis, and that's what it is. So I'm going to email that to you and then we'll go over it. So again, you want to explain the terms to put the person with whom you're communicating in a power position. You don't want to make somebody inadvertently feel stupid by asking you, well, what's a CMA? Gosh, I'm selling a house. I should know what it is. And they don't know what it is. Well, everybody likes to feel knowledgeable, especially about what it is that they're doing. So those are just a few professional communication tips. What are some communication tips that you guys use when interacting in a professional way with the public or with your colleagues? Or what are some of your pet peeves or things that you have had really good success with? Please comment below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, satisfying your needs with service, innovation, and education.